I don't know about you guys, but one thing that has been on my mind ever since that flashback in The Answer is if the gems were around thousands of years ago, surely they ran into some humans. But how exactly did these humans react to magical aliens showing up on their planet, and what exactly were they able to learn from them? What if the people of Earth worshipped the gems as gods? And ironically enough, the very beings who wanted to see the Earth perish may have actually influenced human society the most. Let's take a look. So I'm sure most of you watching this are familiar with the concept of ancient aliens. Some people believe that in ancient times, Earth was visited by aliens, and these extraterrestrial beings actually steered humans in the right direction with knowledge and resources and helped shape human history. These ancient humans allegedly mistook these aliens as gods and worshipped them. As silly and meme-worthy as this theory is, I think this may have actually been the case in the Steven Universe's version of Earth. In the flashback from The Answer, Blue Diamond is overseeing the construction of the Earth colony while dealing with the crystal gems. So if the crystal gems were already formed by this point, this means they probably have been on Earth for quite some time. According to Garnet, this flashback takes place 5,750 years ago. So if the rebellion had already begun, then this means the gems arrived on Earth around 5,751 years ago to about 6,000-ish years ago. This timing is actually pretty interesting because apparently, while humans have been on Earth for about 200,000 years, society as we know it didn't begin until about 6,000 years ago. Given this timeline, it's likely that the gems actually had a major influence on the societal and technological development of the humans. Take their weaponry, for example. In The Answer and multiple other flashbacks taking place in ancient times, we see the gems using swords, shields, axes, and the like, all of which had not been yet invented by humans. It's safe to assume that humans created these weapons based on watching the gems fight and or finding the remaining weapons of fallen soldiers from places like the Strawberry Battlefield. Another huge thing the gems may have given humans, whether deliberately or inadvertently, is language. In The Answer, the gems are clearly speaking English, so we know it's not something they picked up from humans since Old English wasn't brought to Great Britain likely until the mid-5th century. This suggests to me that the gems, most likely the crystal gems post-war, actually were the ones to do this. I mean, who knows what things they were getting into all those years after the war. Now, it is possible, much like Dragon Ball Z or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that English is just the common tongue, but we don't know. There was even a joke on Tumblr that Garnet didn't have a British accent, but rather Great Britain had a Garnet accent. This could also explain things like monsters in Greek mythology, as possible creatures like Medusa and Cerberus were actually just corrupted gems. And if they worshipped the gems as gods, maybe Lapis was the goddess of the sea in place of Poseidon or Neptune. Maybe Yellow Diamond was some sort of sun goddess, assuming she was ever there. And maybe pearls were the goddesses of insecurity. Sorry, that was low. But seriously, it's possible that Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Norse mythology, etc. were all influenced by the gems, since they were all powerful and nearly immortal. Hopefully, this is something we might actually be able to learn more about in the future. Maybe through a comic series or something. But what do you think of this theory? Do you think the gems helped shape human history? Anything you would change or add to this theory? Let us know down in the comments. Keep the conversation going. And if you want to see more Steven Universe videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'd also like to give a special shout out to our patrons. Every bit helps, and the more we can manage to get, the more content we can put out, and faster. I've been Michael Williams. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.